Top 10 Unsolved Cold Cases. 1. The Zodiac Killer, 1960s, 1970s, USA. The Zodiac Killer is one of the most infamous unidentified serial killers in American history. Active in Northern California between 1968 and 1974, the Zodiac claimed to have killed at least 37 people, though only 5 confirmed victims have been linked to him. The killer taunted law enforcement and newspapers with cryptic letters, ciphers, and threats, some of which have never been deciphered. Despite numerous theories and suspects over the decades, including Arthur Lee Allen and more recent claims pointing to Gary Francis Post, no definitive proof has surfaced. The Zodiac's coded messages, particularly the unsolved C13 cipher, continue to baffle cryptologists and armchair detectives. The case remains open, with law enforcement and internet sleuths still trying to crack the mystery. 2. The Black Dahlia Murder, 1947, USA. On January 15, 1947, the mutilated body of 22-year-old aspiring actress Elizabeth Short was found in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. She had been cut in half at the waist, drained of blood, and her face had been slashed into a big creepy smile. Despite an intensive police investigation, her killer was never found. Numerous theories exist about her murder, including claims that a doctor or someone with medical training was responsible due to the precise nature of the cuts. One of the most famous suspects is Dr. George Hodel, whose own son, a retired LAPD detective, believes he was the killer. The case has inspired books, movies, and endless speculation, yet remains unsolved to this day. 3. The Boy in the Box, 1957, USA. In February 1957, the naked, bruised body of a young boy, estimated to be between 3 and 7 years old, was found inside a cardboard box in Philadelphia. Despite exhaustive efforts to identify the child, no one ever came forward to claim him. Theories about his origins range from an illegitimate child of a wealthy family to a victim of human trafficking. Recent DNA advancements have provided new leads, but the boy's identity and the circumstances surrounding his death remain a mystery. He has since been given the name America's Unknown Child. 4. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, 1959, Russia. In January 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on a trek through the Ural Mountains. They never returned. When their bodies were found, some had suffered massive internal injuries, others were found partially undressed in sub-zero temperatures, and one had her tongue missing. Theories range from an avalanche to Soviet military experiments, yet no single explanation accounts for all the bizarre details. Declassified Russian documents and modern re-examinations continue to fuel speculation, but the true cause remains unknown. 5. The JonBenet Ramsey Murder, 1996, USA. 6-year-old beauty queen JonBenet Ramsey was found dead in the basement of her Boulder, Colorado, home on December 26, 1996. A ransom note was found, though there was no sign of forced entry. Investigators suspected the parents, John and Patsy Ramsey, but no charges were filed due to lack of evidence. DNA testing ruled out the Ramseys, but no alternative suspect has been identified. Some believe an intruder was responsible, while others argue the crime scene was staged. The case remains one of the most controversial and debated unsolved murders in America. 6. The Isdal Woman, 1970, Norway. In November 1970, a woman's burned body was discovered in Norway's remote ice valley, Isdalen. The woman carried multiple passports with fake identities, cryptic codes in her belongings, and no known background. Authorities ruled out murder, but the case's espionage-like details such as her frequent European travel and potential ties to intelligence agencies fuel theories that she was a spy. No one has ever identified her, and her true story remains a mystery. 7. The Hinterkaifeck Murders, 1922, Germany. A family of 6 was brutally murdered at a remote farmstead in Germany. Days before the murders, the father reported hearing strange noises in the attic and seeing unfamiliar footprints in the snow leading to the house, but not away from it. Despite a thorough investigation, no clear suspect was identified. Some believe a disgruntled former worker, while others suspect supernatural forces. The farm was demolished, and the case remains one of Germany's most chilling unsolved crimes. 8. The Tamamshud Case, Somerton Man, 1948, Australia. An unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Australia, dressed in a suit and tie. He carried no identification, and the only clue was a scrap of paper in his pocket reading "Tamam Shud," meaning "ended" in Persian. A coded message was later discovered in a book linked to the case, but it remains unsolved. Theories range from espionage to untraceable poisoning. Despite DNA advancements, the man's identity and the circumstances of his death remain unknown. 9. The Springfield 3, 1992, USA. On June 7, 1992, three women, Cheryl Levitt, her daughter Suzanne Streeter, and friend Stacy McCall, vanished from their home in Springfield, Missouri. There were no signs of forced entry, but their cars, purses, and personal belongings were left behind. Investigators have followed leads involving serial killers, drug rings, and possible human trafficking, but no concrete evidence has surfaced. The case remains an enduring mystery in American true crime history. 10. The disappearance of the Sodder children, 1945, USA. On Christmas Eve, 1945, a fire destroyed the Sodder family home in West Virginia. 5 of the 10 Sodder children were believed to have perished in the fire, but their bodies were never found. Strange events before and after the fire, including a witness report of seeing the children alive, led to speculation of kidnapping. The Sodder family spent decades searching for them, but no definitive answers were ever found.